Hi friends, it's Violetta here, and this is a follow-up video to a video that I've already done about ayahuasca and drinking plant medicine at Rythmia in Costa Rica, which is where I drink it, and I am adding that link here, and I'll put a link into my bio as well. In this video, I'm going to answer people's questions from my own experience and from the experience of people that I have talked to personally when I was there for 2 weeks. Question 1. Based on the negative reviews on TripAdvisor, did you feel it was cult-like? And we're specifically talking about Rythmia. And did they put a sales pitch to you to go back or bring friends? Okay, so I'm going to answer the first part of that question. Did you feel it was cult-like? Plant medicine will do exactly what you need, whether you like it or not. It's like a really strict parent. So people that come there and feel like it's cult-like are sometimes scared of the traditionalism of drinking ayahuasca. And by the way, you want to go to a place that is so traditional, like really traditional, because you want to experience the full authenticity of drinking plant medicine with people that are shamans, that are safe and that are trained properly and extremely experienced. There are a lot of reviews online that talk about, I saw this 8-legged frog, and I saw this angel, and then I saw this owl, and then I saw this octopus, and then I saw the snake, and this and that. None of that really matters at all. Like, what matters is you are there to do internal work, and you're there to focus on yourself and to better your life and to maybe let go of past lives or have a past life regression or have a childhood regression and heal your wounds. That's what you're there to do, to find your joy, to find your life purpose. None of the hallucinogenics of what you see really matter. What really matters is the focus on your internal self. And this is what I found was missing in a lot of reviews online that I have watched before going to drink ayahuasca and plant medicine, is people don't really talk about the shit that really matters. Like that, when I was little, my parents used to abuse me, and that's why I became a very afraid adult who's afraid to take risks or afraid to do things that are outside my comfort zone, because I was always powerless when I was a little kid. Or, I came here because I come from a really negative environment. There's a lot of fighting, there's a lot of divorce, a lot of dissonance in my family. Or addiction, those are the things that really matter. And I find that a lot of people skip to talk about that because that is what plant medicine heals. So the other thing that I found is, and this is part of sometimes people's incompletions, is the people that I met there that came from a religious background that was somehow oppressive to them or cultish-like in their childhood, something that they felt like they had to run away from or free themselves from. Whenever they are met with anything that remotely reminds them of that, especially when you are drinking plant medicine, and they call it being drunk, when you're drunk, all that shit comes back up. So yes, some people go into a space of complete panic and disorder because they're like, oh my gosh, this reminds me of my childhood, or this reminds me of my parents that used to force me to go to church, or that priest that used to do this, whatever it is. Those people get really, really scared. Is there a sales pitch? Yes, of course. Every single business should have that component to them. That is a natural process to any business, is to ask you if you enjoyed your experience, to bring your fans and friends and family, and to give you a discount if you brought some friends and family. If you are truly focused on healing your life for yourself, you will not care about the sales pitch. You don't have to go to the sales pitch. You don't have to listen to the sales pitch. You are there to do your internal work. Question number 2 is, would you rather do Dr. Dispenza Transcendental meditations, or would you rather drink ayahuasca? Which one is better? I've done both. And I did Dr. Dispenza first, I did ayahuasca after. Like Dr. Dispenza says, reconditioning the body to a new mind. It takes effort, a lot of effort, a lot of commitment, a lot of diligence. You have to meditate. And when you don't want to meditate, you have to meditate some more. And you don't want to get up at 4 a.m, you have to get up at 4 a.m. to recondition your mind to new belief systems, new thoughts, a new vibration, a new frequency. But here's what's really interesting. If you do Dr. Dispenza work, transcendental meditations with diligence and perseverance, you literally become supernatural because You learn how to raise your frequency, your vibration, and end up in a 5th dimension or higher by yourself. You move into a different dimension if you do the work, obviously, which is way above your 3-dimensional world, which is way above all your wounds, your issues, your parent, mommy issue, daddy issues, whatever they are, relationship issues. It's all above all of that, because in that dimension, those issues don't exist. Once you merge with your higher self, your shit doesn't exist anymore. With ayahuasca, on the other hand, it takes you through your stuff. It doesn't take you above it. It will show you who you've become. It'll show you your wounds. It'll show you how you've hurt someone. It will show you how someone has hurt you and what has happened to you because of that pain. It'll show you what you've been living and who you're meant to be. But to show you all that and to free you up into a higher frequency and a higher vibration, it basically takes you through all of your stuff. So whatever you're vibrating at right now and you drink ayahuasca, that's what it will reflect back at you. That's why a lot of people, when they go into a plant medicine experience, they experience demonic entities around them and they get really scared. I've talked to people at Rythmia that have had those type of experiences. Some people go through really scary experiences when they're on plant medicine. But a lot of that is because there's stuff that needs to be cleared out of your life. There's stuff that you've been carrying around, usually shadow selves that have never been healed. So here's what I've noticed. People that were there to heal their hearts had a more nurturing experience. It's almost like ayahuasca just hugs you, or your higher self, your soul, or spirit guides, whatever you want to call it, hug you. If you are there to heal wounds or to heal trauma, a lot of the times it's not very comfortable. If you're there to merge back with your soul, then a lot of times your experience can be very blissful. If you've done a ton of work before drinking ayahuasca, and that's why I would actually recommend Dr. Joe Dispenza work before drinking ayahuasca, is because if you've done a lot of work, meditation, yoga, self-awareness, journaling, therapy, or, energetic healing, whatever it is, that brings you closer to your true self, ayahuasca will be easier on you. But here's another catch. I've noticed that people that were at Rythmia drinking ayahuasca that have had addictions before, and that could be any addiction, like sex addiction, drug addiction, alcoholism, overeating, whatever it is. People with addictions, especially those with drug addictions and alcoholism, they really benefited from ayahuasca because, in my experience, ayahuasca, because it alters your state and it kind of kills your motor skills as if you're drunk, it starts working on your psyche whether you like it or not. It'll show you stuff whether you want to see it or not. Basically, once you drink that cup, even if you don't want to see your past and you don't want to see that person who molested you and you don't want to go back to that experience where you were raped or treated poorly or abused, it will take you there. It'll take you there lovingly for you to heal it, for you to see what has happened to you and what you have decided in that moment and what needs to be undone. So from that, I've noticed that people that have had addiction issues in the past do really well with plant medicine because they are used to mind-altering substances. And plant medicine and hallucinogenics is something that just opens them up instantly. Question number 3, are you ready for this? I'm scared. I'm scared of drinking ayahuasca and I'm scared of the places it will take me. Please help. You should be scared of drinking ayahuasca because it'll take you exactly to the places you're afraid of. I'm afraid of bugs. So I had bugs on my mattress and every single night I was cleaning them off. And finally, one of the participators in the ceremony was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm cleaning the bugs off. I can't have the bugs on my mattress when I'm drinking plant medicine because it's just not going to go for a while." They're like, "Well, one time I knew this guy that was really afraid of cockroaches, and when he drank plant medicine, there was cockroaches all over his body, and that's all he was seeing all night. And finally he dealt with his fear of cockroaches. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, please do not take me there. I can't handle that. What you see when you're drunk is like, should be the least of your concerns and worries. You will see all sorts of things. You'll see geometric shapes. You might not see as much one night. You might see more the next night. You might see an octopus. You might see a bird. You might see an owl. You might see a hummingbird. There's a lot of different things that you'll see. But that should never be the focus. And I feel like that's what people talk about. But what you should talk about is what you went through in your mind, what your soul said to you, what part of your childhood it took you to, what revelation you had, what revelation with your life you had. Who did you see? Did your grandmother come to you to speak to you? Did your mom, did your dad say sorry or apologize for something? Did your brother and you, did you have some sort of epiphany about your relationship with your sibling? Like, those are the things that really matter. You know, did it tell you what to do for your life purpose, where to go with your life from this point forward? Like, those are the things that really matter. The things that you see don't matter. If you are there, honestly, if you're there committed to heal, it doesn't matter what you will see, because on the other side of it, it'll always be better. So, was it always super comfortable? No. I mean, every single night I was like, I'm never doing this again. And then every single night I did it again. But the point of the story is this, is commitment is key. You have to commit. Once you drink, go through the experience. Allow your ego to dissolve for that 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. Allow it to just dissolve and just see what you're supposed to see. Go through what you're supposed to go through. Just surrender into it. I can guarantee you, life on the other side is so much brighter, better, lighter, happier, more joyful, more free, that you will never regret it.
That's what you look like, the Phantom of the Opera right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Matthew Binkley, and today I'm going to be sharing my Rythmia experience. And within that experience, I want to share specifically the depth of the darkness that I went through while I was there.
Go ahead, just get it out. Leave it behind.
Okay, the work or drinking ayahuasca? Well,
Okay.
what's wrong?
The fucking painting turned.
Oh.